Okay. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serina. I realized that I didn't really make like an introduction in some of my last videos because they were my first videos and I just didn't know what to do. So yes, hi, my name is Serina and I love reading books. In my last video, I made a list of all the books that I was going to read in February, my February TBR. I'm hoping that I can read those books in February, but if I can't, obviously I'll bring them over to the next month. But I'm hoping to read as many books as possible. Now, this video, I'm going to be pretty much talking about the challenges that I want to take part in for 2019, and also the readathons that I want to take part as well, and my goals for this year. Now, I know that I don't really like setting goals because every time I set goals, I always end up kind of disappointing myself. But I find that having the Goodreads reading goals list is a little bit more helpful than a list that I can't fulfill and that disappoints me at the end of the year. So what I'm doing pretty much, what I'm hoping to do pretty much is, at least if I can't do like the readathons or the challenges, that at least by the end of the year that I know that I tried to do them. I have set my Goodreads challenge at, I believe it was 20 or 25, I believe. Now, it's very low, but I'm hoping that by setting it at 25, I could read more. Last year, I set my goal at 10, but that was because I signed up for Goodreads very late. I'm hoping that I'll be able to put in more reading time. With just moving, there's been a lot of renovations that have been going on, but I think I will still have time to read a few more books throughout the year. So the challenges that I want to take part in this year, one of them is the Reading Women 2019 challenge. I started listening to the Reading Women podcast and I started following them on Instagram, and then when I realized that they had a reading challenge, I thought, great, why not, take part in it. So the books that I had chosen for my TBR, a few of them also fit in for the Reading Women challenge, so that could be a good starter for that challenge. Another one of the reading challenges that I want to take part in is from my Goodreads group. It is called the Snakes and Ladders Challenge, and it is from my Retro Chapter Chicks group on Goodreads. This one, the Snakes and Ladder Challenge, is an ongoing challenge, so there's no time limit or anything to it, which is pretty good. Another reading challenge that I would like to take part in is one that I actually made up for myself. Now, since I started in Goodreads, I have added a lot of books to my want to read list, which I've kind of made my TBR list in some ways. I know for some people it's very different. Since I'm kind of new to it, I wasn't sure what people do, but my want to read list is pretty much my TBR list. I was trying to change that on Goodreads and add a TBR list to that, but I just kept on adding to my want to read list. So my want to read is kind of my TBR list. I'm not sure exactly how that works. If any of you guys have any advice about that, please give me advice. But for my own Goodreads, where is that? But for my own Goodreads challenge, it's just that not all of the books on my want to read I own. So I'm trying to find some of the books that I already own. Most of them have already been added to my Goodreads list. And so I want to challenge myself to finish the books that I already have and the books that are on my want to read list as well. I'll make a separate video for that because it is a pretty long list. I have about 30 challenges that I've come up with myself. Some of them, I mean, I found like some ideas from some other lists as well. I want to try and read as many books that I already have, so that way I'm not constantly buying books that I probably don't need. I also want to try and maybe borrow a few books from my local library, but I'll make a separate video for that for you guys, just in case you're interested in doing the challenge yourself. So that's it for the challenges. I know I made, for somebody who's only read 10 books last year, I've made a really long list for myself. It's kind of ridiculous actually. So that's it for the reading challenges that I will be attempting to do for this year. So I want to challenge myself as well to take part in at least 3 to 4 readathons, and that includes vlogging them as well. I've taken part in readathons kind of just by myself. I took part in the Spookathon last year. I didn't vlog anything. I didn't even post anything because I wasn't really ready to make videos at the time. So I want to challenge myself and read and vlog and edit and see how that goes. I find it's a really good way to be creative, and it's a really good way to practice time management and editing. So that's what I want to do. So the readathons that I want to take part in, some of them the dates haven't been posted yet because they're kind of at the end of the year. But the first one I would like to take part in is the Contemporary-a-thon that's coming up in February. It's February 11 to 17, I believe. I do want to take part in Contemporary-a-thon. I'm not much, well, I read a wide variety of books, but a lot of them are not always contemporary. So I kind of want to challenge myself and read a little bit more contemporary. I think the last contemporary book I read was, I think it was To All the Boys I Loved Before, and that wasn't too bad. It was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars. The next readathon that I would like to take part in is the Borrow-a-thon. That's happening in May, from May 19 to May 26. Again, I just moved to a new city and there's a library that's really close to me, and I kind of just want to start borrowing more books than buying more books. I've acquired a lot of books over the years, and although I could say that, you know, a lot of them I bought at really good bargain, there are many that, you know, I bought at full price, and I'm happy with the books that I've chosen to buy for the most part. But I do want to take an opportunity to go to my library and borrow a few books over there as well. So with the Borrow-a-thon, I think it would be a good time to borrow some books and to keep the libraries going. The next readathon that I would like to take part in, again this year, is the Spookathon. I'm hoping by October that I'll have maybe gained a little bit more experience in vlogging and time management. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So Spookathon is one of them. There is no date for it. It obviously happens in October. I can't remember the date it happened last year, but yeah, nothing yet, obviously. It's too early. And I'm not sure, I said 3 to 4, so the 4th one will just depend on what works with time and also what comes up. I know a lot of readers come up with new readathons and new challenges and such. So I'm keeping my eyes open for any new challenges or readathons that come up and that I would be interested in being a part of. If you guys have any suggestions for any of that, for any that I could take part in, leave some comments down below and let me know. I would also like to take part in a 24-hour readathon. Now that is going to be a difficult thing for me because although I love reading for long periods of time, sometimes when you get to a certain point when you're tired, you're just reading and then you turn the page and you realize that I haven't registered anything that just happened in the previous page, and I have to go back and I have to reread. So I do want to challenge myself in doing at least one readathon, 24-hour readathon this year, and vlogging it. I'll probably try to do that maybe sometime in the summertime when I have a little bit more time and when it's not cold and snowy outside. I could do it now, but no, actually that's not a good idea. At least one, and I think I'll be okay. So that's it for this video. Those are all the challenges and readathons that I hope to take part in for this year in 2019. Thank you for watching. Leave comments down below if you have any suggestions for me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!